Well, hello, ladies and germs. This is Matthew, talking to you from Czechia. My pronunciation of this language is really rough. Really rough. Anyways, this is my hotel room. And last night I plugged in a million different things and got all of my batteries charged and everything ready for the upcoming journey, the upcoming events. I am at a little cottage, a little hotel. It's the morning, my first morning here, and yesterday we flew from Kuala Lumpur all the way to Vienna, and then Honza picked me up from Vienna, and we did a little bike ride, and we drove to Czechia, and he dropped me off at the hotel. I was a little tired. I ended up falling asleep a little early, and then I woke up really early. I woke up like 3 o'clock in the morning. It's about 8 o'clock right now, I think. Yeah, 8:30, and so I'm due to be. I can't. Let's try that again. I'm due to be meeting the whole team at AZUB. I know Honza, but I don't know anybody else. We're gonna talk about what sort of trike they're going to build with me. We're going to talk a bit about the scheduling. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. Today's just sort of like introductions and getting ready, but might be a busy day of capturing some videos and doing some different things. So I'm not 100% sure what to expect. But first things first, they gave me a trike. The shop is like 3 miles away, not far. So we're going to do a nice ride through the countryside because there is a lot of countryside around here. It's very beautiful. And when we arrive to the AZUB shop, we'll introduce everybody on here to everybody over there. I have no luggage rack on the trike that they gave me, but I want to be able to take all of the parts from the Tiger Duck there. So I have all of the components, and I'm going to wear this backpack on my, it's going to be a front pack, but it is heavy actually. All of this weight is going to be distributed on my final trike when it gets finished. It's kind of interesting to think about the fact that all of this stuff is going to be on my trike. Normally, I think somebody's road bike will be maybe you could fit. If you bought a really nice road bike, I think this backpack would be maybe 2 of them, which is it's nuts, but. Yeah, I charged everything, and I'm trying to figure out how to document this for you guys because everything that we're going to be doing is sort of new and interesting. And ordinarily for a ride like this, I'd bring the drone, I'd bring a bunch of GoPro cameras, but because I have so much weight in the backpack here, I don't really have a lot of extra weight to carry around stuff. So we're just going to have to get to AZUB with this camera and a bunch of extra batteries. And just play it by ear. Let's go. The weather here is beautiful. Blue skies, not too hot, not too cold. I'm staying at this cottage here. You'll see a lot of it actually. I'll be staying here for 3 weeks. And it's situated close to AZUB. As a matter of fact, anytime AZUB has people coming by to visit the facility or anything, they put them up in this hotel. There's actually a campground just down the street, so that AZUB sometimes does like camping retreats and stuff, and they use that facility. I finally have reunited with a bunch of my stuff. As a matter of fact, this neck scarf, my shirt, this flag, and even my pants, they were all part of the set of goods that I left in Kuala Lumpur when I left, and so now I'm finally able to use them. It's kind of nice. All right, so here's my trike. Like I said, it has no area for luggage, so I'm gonna have to carry my bag in a weird, awkward way. Hey you, how you doing, huh? You're teeny tiny. This has got to be the most awkward ride. The top of my backpack is digging into my throat, so I'm basically choking myself. But the view is nice over my backpack. It's playing with my Adam's apple. That's why having panniers on the sides and on the back is a lot better than having panniers or bags jammed into your jugular. That's cycling lesson number one. I got off the main road because I put a walking path into Google, and it has me going on these sort of rough roads, cutting through some fields, but I think it'll be all right. Life's an adventure, right? This would have been a really nice drone shot, to be honest. I just don't have any space for the drone. But this, maybe, we'll certainly go through this again when I have the drone. Let's cut over here to the other side, through the brush. Wheel. There we go. That's a little better. I see an animal in the field. It's a deer. A deer romping around. This would be so much more enjoyable without this backpack. Oy vey. Now, you're not at fault if you don't know or have never heard of AZUB. They're basically a niche brand that specializes in recumbent trikes and recumbent bikes. They produce about 500 of their vehicles every year. A lot of them are specially built for a specific purpose or customer. And they reached out to me a while back and said they would really like to help get me on a trike again, one of theirs of course. So that's why I'm in Czechia, headed to their factory right now. It's kind of neat because I've been in China for so long, dealing with massive factories where MOQ is like the order of the day. Do you want to order something? What's your MOQ? Do you want to order something? What's your MOQ? And an MOQ, if you guys don't know, is minimum order quantity. So you'll go to a coffee mug factory in China and you'll say, I want to order one order. I want to order, you know, some coffee mugs. And they'll say, well, it doesn't meet our MOQ. And you'll say, what is your MOQ? And many times it's in the thousands or tens of thousands, you know, 10,000 per design or 2,500 per design, sometimes even more depending on the product. So a company that invests its time on a lower output for a higher quality is a pretty cool thing. Pride in your product goes up, product quality and detail goes up too. So I'm very interested in riding them. I had heard about AZUB as soon as I started investigating wanting to ride around the world on a trike. I've ridden a couple of them and I've always been pretty impressed with them. I ended up deciding on a brand called HP Velotechnik, which is also sort of in that niche category, but they probably produce 3,000 or 4,000, maybe 5,000 trikes and bikes a year. As a matter of fact, oh, that's pretty cool. There they are, across the highway. I've got to go under the bridge though. It's right down the way. But yeah, there it is. AZUB. I'll be there in a second. So AZUB's primary focus is on recumbent bikes and recumbent trikes. That is a beautiful recumbent trike. That is gorgeous. As a matter of fact, I don't know how this finish is just really, really beautiful. Could you imagine like a yellow sparkly finish? Or even this finish. This finish is gorgeous. Riding around on that thing, oh boy. Anyways, but they also distribute all sorts of different stuff. When Honza comes in, I'll let him talk to you about it, but they specialize a lot in Ortlieb products. I love Ortlieb. Ortlieb is like, in my opinion, the best all-weather bag and pannier for cycling or travel. The other bag manufacturers, there's one called Arkel, who is in Canada. They're made in Canada, that are very good, but they're just not 100% waterproof. And I mean, you could float down a river using those things as a flotation device. They also sell like Burley, which is a trailer company that they do trailers for bikes. So like, these are for kids if you want to, or dogs. I've seen people use these to transport their pets, or you can do cargo trailers, or even this. This is kind of a popular thing in Europe, to be able to have like a dolly, and then they just can pretty much snap whatever you want to it, and then it hooks on the top of the seat right here, and you're just kind of carrying it around. But yeah, look at this, holy moly. 5,000.
The TiFLYX or these tricycles are for stock drive. Stock is for stock, and when the customer buy,
You can deliver quick.
1 or 2 days.
Okay. This is a TiFLYX, right?
Yes, TiFLYX in black deep, and here is TiFLYX 26 in red, and this is yes.
Oh my gosh, it's a monster.
And fat.
Yeah. Whoa. How much wider? I feel like this is
I don't know.
very wide.
Here is packing and
Logistics.
yes, logistics.
Yeah. Holy moly, this thing is huge. This is like an automobile. It's intimidating. The suspension is beautiful though. Holy moly. How am I going to fit this on the back of the van? That's instantly what I thought of when I saw it. How is that going to go on the back of the van? Can I sit in it, Lucas? Can I sit? It's okay? This is amazing. But really, how am I going to put this on the back of the van? Okay, so we're going to learn a lot about the anatomy of the AZUB while I'm here. As a matter of fact, we're going to put it together. I mean, we're going to literally build my AZUB, but just sort of first impression sort of stuff. This is sort of some of the things that make AZUB special. They're sort of all handcrafted, and the frames and everything are built here in Europe, as opposed to some of the other brands that the frames are built in Taiwan, which I don't see anything too nasty about that. And Taiwan is very good at making frames, but it sure helps with the logistics. They make non-suspension and suspended models. This is the TiFLYX. This is what they're interested in getting me hooked up with. So what you have here is you have a rear suspension, and then you have this front suspension. It's like a leaf spring, they call it. And the leaf spring is made out of titanium, like solid titanium. These like wishbones are milled. It's very, very robust. My suspension for my trike, the one before I had this one, the HP, the suspension was built into these uprights. And so as the trike would compress, you'd have these bushings inside that would absorb the shock load. But with AZUB, you have these wishbones. And so these wishbones actually flex. So as they flex, they absorb whatever terrain you're riding over. Also, these trikes, although they're big, they do collapse down quite a lot. So you end up having something that has a pretty small footprint. The handlebars fold down, the trike folds in half, the seat pops off, and I'm interested to see firsthand. All of this stuff I was looking at online, so it's nice to actually see one. But when you sit in it, oh boy, this is a monster. So this trike doesn't have any pedals right now, so I can't exactly show you riding it. We'll do a lot of riding while we're here, but what I can show you is the steering. The steering on an AZUB is a lot like the steering on the trike that I had previously, the HP, as opposed to direct steering. Some of the steering is direct, meaning right off of the tubes here, you have steering that controls the turning of the tires, whereas this is actually more like, sort of like an automobile steering. You know, as I look at some of these trikes, I'm like, black's a nice color. Black is a really beautiful color, very sexy. So this one is the 20-inch tire front, and you could see how tall it is off the ground. It's just about 4 finger lengths from the ground. But you put these 26s on, and look at that. 1, 2, holy moly. This thing's a beast. Another popular thing with cycling in general these days, but it's also in the trike world, is putting fat tires on. I mean, the jumbo tires allow you to go all-terrain on whatever vehicle you put them on. And as a matter of fact, I've seen some of these tires put onto expeditions that go up to like Antarctica. I've seen some people put them on their like normal riding vehicles, but I think that's a lot of friction to add and a lot of weight. If I'm going to put this on the back of the van, I got to make sure it's not too beefy. Is he here? I hear his voice. Yeah. Hey, there he is.
Hi.
How's it going?
Perfect. You're too early with everything.
Better too early than too late.
Oh, I'm okay with too late.
Okay, sorry.
Come. Oh, okay. I have prepared a table for you, but that was yesterday.
Already full.
Already full.
Ciao,
Okay.
Ciao, hello. Hey.
Okay, so this will be yours in a couple of minutes.
Okay, sounds good, no problem. So first,
So that's
Pardubice? How do you say
Pardubice.
that?
Yeah.
Pardubice.
Yeah.
So Monday we're going to go to Pardubice, and then we're going to take a look at how the frames are made. And then from there we're going to go to Prague for a quick pickup to get one of the, it's like a demo, right? It's like one of your demonstration trikes.
Yeah, it was for a review.
Yeah, for the TiFLYX.
Yeah.
Then what after that?
And then in Jihlava we will pick up another bike. Yeah.
In Jihlava.
Jihlava.
It sounds Arabic.
No.
In Arabic they say merhaba.
Yeah.
Merhaba.
So yeah, that's
Yeah, okay.
all together it's something like 9-10 hours of drive.
Yeah.
It is a loop around Czech Republic.
No problem.
So, after that, on Tuesday, you can test ride
The
X.
TiFLYX. They have a bunch of TiFLYXs in the facility, but they're all for sale. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's not like you can just take them around and play around with them. So
But maybe if a Matt Gallat rides one,
hey,
then the price
improve the
increase.
value, right? Tested by Matt Gallat. Is this like a typical community, like this area, like a typical village?
For us, it's a town.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is like a small town.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is like a suburb, maybe, of such a smaller towns.
Okay. Nice houses, though. I mean, this one's a single family, or is this like multiple family,
This
probably?
Two generations.
Yeah, because that's a lot of real estate in that house. Yeah, many rooms in that place.
Yeah.
Spacious.
But that's those are typical houses like these, what you can see from the communism time.
very flat. Very.
No. I mean those huge, like roomy buildings where
Okay.
it was for 2 generations, maybe altogether 3 families or stuff like that.
Okay. Okay.
And there, it was a strange time. People were not really afraid of energy bills, you know, the consumption of whatever,
Right.
you know,
Well,
everything was cheap.
It was paid for over communists.
Everything
Yeah.
was cheap
Yeah.
and basically cheap, and for the same price for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
nowadays those houses are usually too big. After somebody died, the owner,
Inheritance. Inherited.
yeah, and then you receive it, you get it, and it's too big to do something with it. It's like for one family is too much. So you want to have it for just yourself, but it's too big. It's too expensive to tear it down
Yeah.
and build a new one. you
Can they
know,
just
so-
subdivide it, like cut it in half, put another door? Yeah,
it
multifamily.
could be or like
Yeah.
this, but it's usually, you know, you want to have a flat
Yeah.
outside the village.
Interesting. My first lunch in Czechia. That was pretty good. That was like that was spinach, and is that a common thing you guys have? Like a spinach egg soup, or is that
Yeah,
just?
yeah.
It was refreshing, like just a good starter. And then we had kung pao chicken. Didn't really taste like what I remember kung pao chicken tasting like. It was good. When did AZUB move here? Have it always had this location, or?
It's 3 years ago.
Yeah.
4 years ago.
All right, so as this trip first day starts to evolve, there's a lot of changing information. There's a lot of new things, old things being kind of moved around. So we're gonna sit down first and talk about what the plan is over the next few weeks. So we're sitting in the showroom and we're just gonna talk about it. Honza's getting some coffee. You don't wanna sit on the trikes, we can talk?
Well, we can, sure.
Yeah.
We will talk officially, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the slump.
Yeah. No,
This is
that's
the one-to-one.
one-to-one, and that's the engaged.
This is the engaged.
24/2 simulated.
Yeah. Yeah, simply,
Yeah.
this is too much.
Yeah.
This is probably too low already. And high torque. Instead of having a 48-36,
But is this
double ring, no slump. It is more like you come to a hilly area, so you use this. You come to a flat area, you use this.
Is there any way that we can extend this and move this a little bit more narrow so I have a higher range? You know what I mean? Is there any?
Yeah, we can go.
Because these overlap a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't matter, right? I could still pull over to 34. It would just be a bigger step. All right, we're sitting here talking about the trike, the finished trike that's going to be the one that they're going to build for me. And one of the things that we've been talking about is the Schlumpf drive. For those of you that don't know, it's a planetary drive. It's an internal sprocket set that mimics 2 chain rings,
Yes.
but in an internal way. And I took it off the trike in Malaysia. I brought it all the way here, but I think that we're probably going to go without it. Because a 26-inch wheel in the back, the way that the ratios work, the torque ratios, and simplicity's sake, having 2 chain rings in the front will allow me a range that won't incur any problems with the roll-off speed hub, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because it really...
Especially if you want tow such a trailer and carry so much stuff.
So it's a little bit sad, but I think it's a good choice. All right, moving on. What's the next thing we're going to talk about? Schedule?
And the videos, yeah.
And the videos, okay. So while I'm here, I'm going to be making a bunch of videos. And so we're going to go outside right now and try to scope out a spot. I was thinking it would be nice because it's a beautiful countryside out there. If you could do some videos outside, it'd be quite nice. If the weather cooperates and the wind cooperates, why not, right? Because audio-wise, this room would be great. But the problem is the audio is just totally echoey. Even when we were talking just now, I knew that video was not going to come out very well because it's just crazy loud. It's quite action-packed. We have so many things planned. It's going to be a busy few weeks, that's for sure. A lot of different trikes, a lot of different processes. A little overwhelmed, but that's cool. Have some ideas for places to check out?
Yeah, sure.
I like how you put aerospace aluminum grade 5 there. area is really nice. I imagine if you recorded some videos out here, they look really good. The light would be good. The background would be natural.
So either we try to find it here. There is one more place kind of hidden in the tree, like a meadow in the middle of the forest.
Okay.
Like a leisure, touristic place. So this is within our reach within the next an hour, so we can find that. And there are forests, meadows close to the forest that the forest would shield you somehow.
Yeah.
It's still better if we are close to here, so we can just
get back right away.
Yeah. Or have it in the car, go there, like fast.
So this is my So this is my first time riding a TiFLY with some sort of a suspension on it, and it's pretty cool. This one's electrified as well as suspended, but the one I would have would just be suspension. And I'm going down a pretty bumpy road, pretty fast, and that suspension is just chewing it up, baby. Just chewing it up. 40 kilometers an hour. That sound you hear is just the rear fenders rattling a little bit. It's not the structure of the trike, but oh boy, that's nice. That location wasn't bad. We'll check a couple more. Oh, this is a nice location. Hey guys, my name's Matt. Today we're going to talk about the AZUB suspension. And then you hear the birds chirping in from time to time. I don't know. I think this would be a good spot. It's up to you, obviously. So yeah, we found some good spots out in the outdoors, although you're depending on a lot of things to cooperate out there, sound, light, just the environment itself. So hopefully it's good. I mean, you could do it here, but the echo in this room is just so crazy. When you go outdoors, you got some birds chirping, you got some natural sounds, and it could work out really well. But right now, we're trying to get my trike that they're lending me hooked up with a rack, because I don't want to be doing it like I did this morning with a backpack on my chest. Kind of interesting. Interesting first day is sort of winding down. Tomorrow will be a busy day. Busy's good, right? Trikes put away in the garage. I'm gonna grab myself some food. The hotel I'm staying at serves pretty good food. I want to grab a beer, sit back, relax, and fill my belly. Nice ride home. This is, I think, the same soup I had last time. It says it's onion soup though. They like to put these croutons in there. Garlicky. Very, very garlicky. I love it. Look at all that cheese. That's cheese. Getting in my beard. So after my garlic soup with all that cheese in the bottom, I got more cheese. This time I got Parmesan over chicken breast. Super good. I couldn't stop at just dinner. I had to get some dessert, so that's raspberry pancakes with ice cream and syrup. I did good today. I rode the trike around. Quit judging me. The inside there explodes as soon as you get into it. Like there's a whole bunch of raspberries trapped inside that crepe. And when you release them, it's dangerous. All right, guys. So that's the end of the first day. It was a good time. Lots of fun. Tomorrow should be good too. I feel energized. It's nice to have an adventure like this. I'm going to use that energy. I'm going to go into my room and I'm going to edit videos and see if I can punch out a few videos. I have to harness this excitement. I also have to prepare for tomorrow because we're doing a bunch of videos tomorrow for AZUB. So good stuff.